Y'all know what it is. We back at it, man. Your favorite cousin checking in. My partner, shouted.
Yeah.
Miss Shanika in the building. Yeah, she was like, you can't say that on the radio. I know it. But let me tell you what we can do on the radio. We can bring some of the realest from the streets up here and talk about what they got going on, man, this morning. We got that was an announcement that was made earlier this week. And I was just like, oh, my God. Well, it was last week. I'm so happy about it. It sounded so good and refreshing that it felt like it just happened this morning. How about that one right now? This morning in the studio with us, we have Grammy Award-winning producer, executive producer, and philanthropist, Mr. B-COX.
What up?
Now, also accompanying you, it only makes it right because that's the reason you're up here this morning.
Yeah.
We have another guy, a dynamic to that is this guy comes with a dynamic that has moved some things around in the city of Atlanta in this past decade, and he kind of moved like a ghost in a machine, if you ask me. Because every time I see him, he's never doing too much. He's always in the right place at the right time, never out of pocket. Always in his bag, though. Ladies and gentlemen, co-founder and A&R of Love Renaissance, Mr. Justice Braiden. Did I say it right, Braiden?
Yeah.
I want to make sure I say it right. What's up, homie?
Hey, man, can't complain.
Man, sorry for the long intro, y'all. They want me to really hit y'all with these intros. I really just want to say my partner them in the building
100%.
and lay it out. What's up, man? What bring y'all up here this morning? We got to let the world know this good news is going around. It's circulating.
Well, yeah, I've joined the Lvrn team as a senior VP of A&R and doing executive production for them. So it's been a great thing. I think it's a great bridge for the city. You know what I mean? Like bridging the vets with the now. And me and Justice been doing a lot of work the past year or so, and it's been just great energy. So we just wanted to come and just spread the love. You know what I'm saying?
I was so happy when I seen that announcement. I was like, okay.
It felt right. It didn't feel pressured. It was like, yeah, this makes sense. And for those, because you said bridging the gap. To bridge the gap, for those of you who may not know who LVRN or Love Renaissance is, this is the home of, I want to say, Black.
Yep.
Summer Walker.
Yep.
Division.
Yep.
I mean, I'm going to just leave it right there.
Yeah.
DeVito.
DeVito, yeah.
Yeah. Now we outside.
Y'all had DeVito since the beginning?
No. It's
So
it's building up.
Yeah.
Now.
So how did
building?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I love it.
So what does that look like? You wake up one day, y'all been rocking for a year, we homies. Just like, you know what, man? I can't see you just going around giving this good experience and this wisdom away to nobody. Might as well just can we just keep it in house? We partners, man. How did this conversation come about? What did it look like?
So I mean, for me, I think I was trying to figure something out, right? It felt like the lost art of A&R was gone, right? Like artists had no more personal relationships with who they were working with. The label situation was disjointed, and I'm like, okay, cool. Like, you have to put the music back in people that make music, right? Like, they are the people that are gonna care about the art more so than anything. So, I was just like, yo, I need to figure out who's gonna be the right person for me to bring in. And then at first, I was looking at all the young guys, and I'm like, I know all y'all. Like, y'all not really about this. And then me and Cox were just, I was actually brainstorming with him.
Yeah.
Like, yo, help me figure out like who will make sense here. And he was just like, yo, man, what's up with you, man?
Exactly.
That's interesting.
Over me?
That's interesting.
And then I was like, you know what? This makes so much sense. And yeah.
Yeah, we've got like incredible response from it. I think it's gonna be a great union.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
So as senior vice president and executive producer, what will be your duties? Are you looking for talent, producing all the albums, everything?
All of that. So yeah, we looking for talent. I'm going to be working with these with the team very, very closely on upcoming releases. And I mean, we coming in and just really hitting ground running. You know what I'm saying? Like really
trying to find the next superstars.
Yeah,
really,
absolutely.
It feels like the art of superstardom is gone, right? Like,
Yes.
I used to get so excited, waking up every morning and watching MTV and really just being in awe of what the stars were supposed to be. And I feel like the stars are lost because the superstar teams behind the stars aren't there. So that's what I'm trying to create, like an Avengers.
So when we
100%.
talk
Yeah.
about superstars, are we talking about writers, producers, performers? Like what exactly are we looking for?
I think you said it all, right? I think it's somebody that's gonna be your cheerleader, somebody that's gonna be your super songwriter, somebody that's gonna be a super producer, somebody that's gonna be your super publicist. Like I think what we're building, we're trying to model it after, a young Motown, even like a Rockefeller, like how they built it, right? Like all the executives to the artists, right? And I feel like that's the family like element that we're trying to bring to this.
And is this R&B only, or is it open to hardcore rap, gangster rap?
It's open to authentic black music.
Okay.
That's just really what we are.
Speaking of black,
Yeah.
oh man, I love this album.
Thank you.
I love just the artist, because he put me in the mood. I was in a space in life when his first album came out, and it just carried me.
Damn,
when
that's
his
fire.
album coming out?
He's coming out March 23rd.
So that is this billboard I just seen right here in
Uh-huh.
front of the stadium.
Uh-huh.
I was trying to read, and I said somebody trying to piggyback off. I said they trying this, but not taking away from it. But I was like, I wasn't sure. I was like, because I felt like it was missing a letter or something.
No, it was just saying he was back, but using the 6.
No. Oh, that's what it is.
Yes.
It wasn't saying black. It
Yeah.
said back. That's why I
Yeah.
said, somebody trying to use that to push something. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I just saw. That's what was at the top of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's over his name.
Yeah, our logo.
That's what it is. All right, it makes sense now. I don't be forgetting. So let me ask you a question, because y'all, we always hear people talking about artist development.
Yeah.
What all does artist development entail for those who may not know?
And it, it's a rigorous, training in the studio. You know what I'm saying? Like spending like crazy time in the studio. You know how that goes. And then naturally, as a performer, I think that's the main thing that's lacking in the culture right now, is that everybody's really coming out. They are becoming stars off of social media. You make a record today, tomorrow it goes viral, and now you gotta go and perform for 50,000 people.
I done seen that.
So I think that what we do as a company, I think that we are definitely in that space of like really, really developing full artists, like seeing them all the way through, taking potential, taking moments, and really, really blowing it completely out.
So what this sounds like to me is you guys are pretty much you purposely teamed up to make sure you're equipped to take an artist from 0 to 100. You're not looking for an artist who's already on 100. Not saying you won't take one.
We'll take no.
Of course you will.
We'll take a star too.
I'll take one of those. Yeah, I'll take one of those.
I mean, they specialize in taking artists from 0 to 100.
Yeah.
So in
That's
this
what I'm
space,
saying.
In this space, now it's like let's really get to the
With that being said, like, all right, so y'all have Summer Walk over there, and it's been rumored that she don't like to tour, she don't like to do any of that.
Mhm.
Will we see more of her on stage and more outness about her?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. I think, and that's the funny thing about artist development in this day and age, right? Like you're having to develop in front of everybody's eyes, right? Like there is no like, I was in the cut for 7 years and I finally came out and I got my shot. Now I'm seasoned. So like, I think for us, what we have to do is just like again, just reiterate to our artists the confidence that they need.
Yeah.
It sounds like a reset button.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That you guys are formulating.
Yeah.
Because we got to take it back to the basics.
Yeah.
Yes.
We have new talent that come in here, and if they can form a sentence properly, we're excited because we don't know where it's going to go because we know that they don't have the proper training, and sometimes the conversation is a little dead because they can't carry themselves in the conversation. So it's like they're just emulating things that they've seen other people do, and they don't have that experience. So I definitely appreciate that from this point of view.
Thank you.
Who wants someone in here that doesn't know how to explain what it is that they have going on, and really talk about that? So thank you.
I want to ask a question. Go ahead, Shadi. You said okay. I want to ask a question. How many Grammys you got, B-COX?
we just won. I just won another one.
Hey.
Last time around. Yeah. So that takes the number up to 10.
10 Grammys, 38 number one records.
Well, Robert Glasper won for best R&B album, so it was an album I produced. So
how'd you feel about what Chris Brown has
It's funny for me because I obviously have a relationship with both of them. Robert's been my best friend since we were like 15, 14 years old, and then Chris, I've known Chris since he was obviously 14 years old. I just thought, Chris is that was more of a backlash against the Grammys, not necessarily
against Rob
Glasper personally. You know what I mean? But Rob is smart. He was like, I'm gonna take that and run with it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's just it's just an incredible thing. You said number one is what I think we got. The number it's 39 now.
39 number one
records. Yeah.
So, I was speaking on it earlier. The reason I brought the Grammys up, because you guys would have had one, a couple actually.
Should have had a few.
Yeah.
With Summer Walker, and I don't want to put too much emphasis on it because this interview is not about the Grammys. It's about you guys coming together, the whole situation with B-COX and Lvrn. But what's your thoughts on that? Because here's the thing: when you have an artist as dope as a Summer Walker, right? Who's put so much time in, who's shown like who she is as an artist and as a person, and she's been very transparent about it, very vocal, like we just talked about it. How do you keep an artist of this magnitude from being discouraged when they put so much out and then it appears that they were snubbed for an award as prestigious as the Grammys?
I think that's the problem. That is the huge problem. Is like, it's not to have a quitter's mentality, but it's just like a reflection of what's actually happened, right? Like, I'm going outside and I'm seeing how the music and the album affected people, right? And so to act like it didn't happen, it's one thing to not win, but not to be nominated. I can't excuse that, right? So it's just like, when she calls me and she's like, yo, like, what's going on? Like, and I have no answers for her. It makes my job tougher because it's just like, damn, I can't even protect you in this space. And it's just like, I don't know. It just feels hella whack. But man, I don't know.
But honestly, isn't it like just bigger than like a song submission?
Yeah. I mean, the process is flawed. You know what I mean? Yeah. And we've been aggressively. I'm an active member of the Academy. I'm chair of the Songwriters Composers Wing in Atlanta. So I'm active with the whole Grammy process. We just every month we're just chipping away trying to fix it. You know what I'm saying? But it's hard because you understand the Grammys are it's a team of your peers voting for you. And now there's no
cap.
Now there's now there's no. Before there were like committees. You know what I'm saying? And now there's no committees. Now so you have to basically whatever that was behind that veil. I'm still trying to figure out what's behind it. I'm in it. You know what I mean?
You got 10 of them things.
But what's happening behind the veil now is like, okay, we're putting it on the voters. And look, so who are the voters, right? Where in the regions, like so if the LA chapter is like tripling our chapter, our voting chapter, then naturally we're going to be misrepresented because there's no limit. Like if it's 3 million voters in LA and 100,000 voters in Atlanta chapter, then we getting swamped by LA and New York and Nashville's community. Like we getting killed. You know what I mean? And LA is just living. Like that's like the national headquarters. That's like, wait a second, this is not fair. We need to put a cap on how everybody's able to vote. Like everybody should we'll never win anything like that. You know what I'm saying? If we'll never win if LA has the majority of the people.
Well, I'm glad you broke that down because I think it makes a lot of sense because a lot of people have asked that question. And I'm going to be honest, it didn't even sound like the committee or the people at the Grammys broke it down that good. It was like, well, it works like, it was like, nah. At least with you breaking it down like that, it's more of a, yeah, you did.